Welcome, welcome. Hi, everyone. I am Maria Davis Pierre, CEO and founder of Autism in Black.
What's going on, y'all? Dr. Barry, co-founder of Autism Black. Welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, we are here to give a recap. I know we said we were going to be here Sunday after the conference, but one of us partied too hard, so we couldn't do a live. So.
We'll let y'all read between the lines which one of us was the one who partied. We'll let y'all read.
We had a lot to celebrate. We had a lot to celebrate. So we are done with the 5th annual Autism in Black conference, and we are here to do a recap.
So I think, first and foremost, we want to thank all of our sponsors for the 5th annual Autism Black conference, starting with Amazon, Grantmakers for Girls of Color. I always get that acronym wrong. As well as Pierre Medical Consulting. Shout out to y'all. Vendors, yep. Mantra Band and ARC. They're
our swag bag sponsor.
Shout out to y'all. Vendors, y'all vendors held us down throughout the weekend. Definitely want to appreciate both online and on-site vendors for really making the experience a grand one, especially for our conference attendees. And then definitely, not last but at least, our conference attendees.
We got to thank our speakers. We got a couple people. Our speakers, our pre-recorded and our live speakers.
Shout them out first, yes.
Yes, they provided the content for the conference. So shout out to our speakers for always being consistent. I think that has been the expectation for any Autism in Black event, is that the content is always amazing. So we definitely want to shout out all of our live and pre-recorded speakers as well, because pre-recorded speaker sessions are really what kicked us off, because people were watching their sessions even before the conference began. So shout out to all of our speakers.
Conference attendees.
Yes, we couldn't do this without you guys' support. You're wanting what we're offering. So the fact that you guys show up year after year and knew that we were making the transition this year to be in person and showed up for us, we'll be forever thankful for that. You want to give thanks to all of the people who made it happen behind the scenes?
Yes. The BTS folks.
Yes, our event and audio visual AV team, who did absolutely amazing. iRock with Corey and Lakeisha. They're always holding us down. They are our project managers over here at Autism in Black. To our MC, Quinn Conyers, we are forever thankful, because the way that she graced the stage for those 3 days emceeing the event was just spectacular. Our photographers, Artisan Studios with Stephen and Andre, the pictures, when you guys see the pictures and some of the BTS videos that they did, we posted the 2 day 1 and day 2 recaps. They're the ones who did those videos. So their technology or creativity of the videos.
Editing just phenomenal. Yes. Just really held it down. Again, bringing pictures and video to life. That just started out being on paper. We want to shout out, is it
DJ Calvin for holding us down. We got one of our vendors. This was by far one of our best vendors at the event. Learn with Liam. Not Learn with Liam. I'm sorry. Is it Learn with Liam?
No. The book or
the book.
Who's our book?
I believe it was. I believe it is Learn with Liam. Yes.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yes, I didn't want to mess up the name because the books and the cards have a different name, which I think I have in there.
Mm-hmm.
But Jamil, thank you. She said she can't wait to see. See, she said yes, so I had it right. Thank you. I was like, oh my gosh, because the cards are named something different. So, but check out her amazing company. I was on the first day, the last one, to get one of the hardcover books. So I'm thankful that I was able to get that hardcover. But shout out to her. Go check out her business. Who else do we have to shout out? We did DJ Calvin, and of course, Conference Architects, Rhonda, Sandra, and Willie. The event wouldn't have ran smooth. All of the planning that we have been doing for a year and taking out what's in my head and make it an actual reality, that was all of their team. So we are forever grateful for them.
And of course, the Autism Black team. Shout out to AIB team, Miss F.
Oh yes,
Miss F was
holding it down in Hoover all weekend on a different time zone. Shout out to her. And then our nonprofit consultant, Selage Luby, who makes sure that those sponsors are dedicated to our mission year after year. Is that our children?
Oh yeah, the kids did grace the stage. Yeah, we can't wait to drop some of those pictures. Yeah, we were able to have the kids grace the stage, and we'll actually go into a much more defined recap probably later this week, maybe. But yeah, no, it was, like I said, phenomenal time, especially for it to be the first in-person experience, to see all of those vendors and people and behind the scenes folks that just made it. I'm not gonna say seem seamless, but because it wasn't, right? Because I was behind the scenes as well. But it was just a beautiful experience. And then shout out to the weather in West Palm Beach, right? Like shout out to the man above who said, you know what? For their first conference, I'm gonna make sure the weather is absolutely beautiful.
Hot. It was because it was raining the day before, so we were a little nervous.
We were nervous.
But camp coming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it was perfect. It wasn't blazing hot. It was perfect. We had a breeze because we were supposed to be in a little cold front.
Right.
So it was, sun was out. It was amazing weather.
Yeah, amazing weather. So yeah, shout out to the man upstairs, God, for holding us down. Always above and beyond. Right. Like he knows what he does up there. Like I said, he made sure he said, you know what? I'm not even gonna bring a gray cloud during y'all conference. I want y'all to hold it down. So shout out to him.
Shout out to our volunteers.
Oh, the volunteers held it down.
Yes.
Who's our star volunteer?
Andra. She was absolutely amazing. So we're happy about her. Your sister.
Oh yes.
Was there. And then shout out to our parents for holding us down with the children.
Parents came through. Yep. Came through. They were watching them, right? Yes. So we didn't have to watch them. So y'all know how. Y'all know how the grandparents be, man. Especially the supportive ones. Especially the supportive ones, right? They can lighten your load and allow you to grow and prosper in other areas while helping help raise your children, man. It's definitely a blessing that we do not take for granted. So shout out to the parents.
Shout out to our stylist,
Miss
Jasmine. She had
you right.
Listen, everybody was complimenting the looks, the earrings. Shout out to my makeup artist, Jasley Botex, who will tag, and of course my loctician at All Love Locks, All Marie, for doing my hair. So
yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good, man. Just excited again. I just want to thank everyone.
I want to get your favorite part of the weekend.
Favorite part of the weekend. Favorite part of the weekend.
Hard to choose, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think coming together, right, and just seeing, like, being able to just, like, Dr. Simpson's on board. Shout out to Dr. Simpson, because these are people who we've been working with for years, and I personally have, my wife, she does more traveling, so she's seen them, but I've never seen a lot of our speakers who've been gracing us for all 5 years. So to see them in person, right, and see how charismatic they were in person for our audience and for our conference was some of a blessing, right? The fellas was holding us down this weekend, right? We weren't the deepest. We were not the deepest, but I made a promise to the fellas. I don't want y'all to make me out a liar. I said next year, right? We're gonna double, triple up the numbers that we had this year. And in like 3 years, I want half the room to be all fellas, right? So don't make me out to be a liar, y'all. Don't do it, please. So y'all held us down, but yeah, no, the speakers being able to kind of just see the people who, you know, we've seen their comments, we've seen the posts, we've seen the love that they've been showing my wife for about 7 years now, which is crazy to think about. 7 years. So now to see them in person, we're like, oh, that's so. It's like, it was definitely a blessing. Definitely one of my favorite highlights of the weekend for sure.
I think mine was just hearing that we were able to take the safety net of what we do online and get it into the room. There's a lot of you had to be in the room and on Zoom to know some things that was happening.
Yes.
But yeah, I think bringing the safety into the room and having that feeling of home in the room and people just feeling like, oh my gosh, this is exactly where I needed to be. Shout out to Cheryl. Cheryl opened us up on day 2 and was absolutely amazing as usual. I mean, all of our speakers they're going to bring that content.
But yeah. Cheryl held it down. Dr. Simpson held it down. Right. It was, phenomenal.
Charlotte, I think we need to definitely get more younger speakers because Charlotte was giving us some tips and tricks, okay, and just bringing a reality, especially for the younger aspect of being an autistic adult. So,
I think again, just overall, when we just think about the speakers who we have, right? Like, we say this all the time, but when we think about just the caliber of speakers who we've had, and to see how big they've gotten and grown, over these years, Dr. Destiny was on there, like, it was just phenomenal, just amazing to see. Just again, like I said, we're excited to get to work and planning for next year.
Yes, Dr. Huff's session was amazing. I mean, and her sons were watching online, and they were cheering her on in the chat.
I think husband was online.
Her husband, her mom, and her dad, and her sister as well. So, you see, even our speakers learning so much. I know I learned a lot too. I was back there taking notes. If you were an attendee, you're watching this or watching the replay, CE certificates, attendance certificates will go out later this week. We will get our editors to cut the videos and get those in and get the notes from our note taker.
Yeah, shout out to the AV team, because we'll actually have our recordings out much sooner than expected, because they like I said, they did a good
AV team was,
shout out to them.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to the AV team. So so definitely we'll announce it in the Hova app, but make sure you follow your emails as well too when the pre-records do go live, for y'all to be able to watch it. And of course, for those who did not attend the conference, if you're catching this replay or you're on live, when the pre-records come out, then we'll be selling the replays. So you'll get an opportunity to pay for the replays when we got the pre-records out.
We did premiere our Community 2.0.
Yep.
Got a lot of amazing individuals to join. You can see the the website scrolling across the bottom if you're interested, and go ahead and join with us.
Yep.
Because we kick off May 1st, and we are there are so many amazing people who have joined this community, and I cannot wait for May 1st for us to really begin, because it is going to be so good.
Yeah, we're actually doing an impromptu Father's Corner this evening, 9 p.m. You do not have to be in the community. And what I'll do, I'll post a link in the comments after this live is done, if you want to join me on the Father's Corner this evening.
All right. I need to go ahead and do some resting and recuperating. It has been.
And we got to get out of this hotel. We've been in this hotel way too long. I'm not a hotel person.
He's ready to get home.
I'm ready to get in my bed.
Me too, and I'm ready to relax and rest. I am exhausted from all of the just community this weekend and taking that in. A little bit overwhelmed because it was so beautiful. So, look, Cheryl said, "Could she join the Father's Corner?" Cheryl, I don't think we want to be in there with those men because we learn a lot of stuff about these men that we just let them have their space.
That being said. When we do Father's Corner in the future, we will be having, guest speakers come on, and we're going to have Cheryl come on and give her thoughts. So it's not like you can't come on, but you're going to be a presenter, right? No ear hustling. You're going to be a presenter then.
Listen, Dr. Simpson, that was the highlight list, and I had to make sure we had that protein. We had a beautiful breakfast yesterday morning, and I had to add some bacon in on there because that bacon was top tier. It was really good. The food this whole weekend was really good. That was served by the convention center. So shout out to the bacon. But yeah, Cheryl, we don't want to be up in there with the men. Let the men have their moment. We learned a lot about the men this weekend as well.
We showed out. Hey, fellas, when I tell y'all we showed out this weekend, right?
Shout out to Dion with the Glad Dad.
Oh yes, we brought him out. Had some of the top tier presentations. Again, I'm not going to toot my own horn. You know how I do, y'all. We had more men sign up, or not to say men, but we just had more people sign up for the Fathers Summit next year than who signed up for the Girls Summit that's happening this year. So when I tell y'all, we are coming. Autism in Black community. I know y'all been dominated by the beautiful, amazing women within the community. But when I tell you the fellas are coming, that's all I got to say. I'm going to just throw it right there. The fellas are coming.
I'm about to take a break and go get some rest because I still got to deal. I still got to deal with this one, y'all. This is. He's been on it.
Safe travels, Cheryl.
Yes. Cheryl is on the plane watching us. Safe travels. Let me know when you get home. Make it safe. To all of our speakers, to all of our attendees, hope you all are having safe travels. All the vendors, all those who are working behind the scenes. Get your rest because it was a eventful 3 days. So thank you guys. We'll probably be doing a more, more intimate recap with some actual clips of the conference. I think we're doing it Thursday, which we'll drop the link for you all to sign up for. It'll be on Zoom, kind of a post-watch party of what was happening in that space for 3 days. So check out that link when we drop it sometime today. Other than that, enjoy your Monday. We're about to go rest, go see our kids who we haven't seen. But briefly yesterday, so I need to connect with my kids, and y'all will see us sometime this week.
All right.
Have a good one.